Madden NFL 21 gameplay deep dive brought to you by Matt Kennedy here. Honestly, so many YouTubers are going to be making their own videos. I'm making my own video. I'm not going to go into the stream of EA Sports, get footage from their stream. Just going over the gridiron notes here. It's all right here. Probably about a 10-11 minute video here. Nothing more than 10 minutes, hopefully. If it is more than 10 minutes, it's probably going to be pretty quality, okay? So, first of all, I want to say what's next. So a lot of people are probably wondering, what's next? Let's go over that right now. So what is next is the bottom of the article right here. It's going to literally say, hey, join us June 30th, okay? Not for a stream, for Gridiron Notes. So I think from here, there's no more streams. From here going on forward, from next Tuesday, and then from there maybe Friday, and then from Friday, Tuesday, and then Tuesday to Saturday. So it's going to be spaced out like once or twice a week, different things. For all you franchise users, let's go. Next week, we get more info on franchise and also like classic franchise, faces of franchise. So I'm pretty pumped up about that. See you guys Tuesday for that. That's the next step. And also the beta is going to be coming out in about a week or two. Okay, not guaranteed. They said the next couple weeks, but probably next week or the following week. 3 weeks from now would be pretty late. But if it is, and if you're wondering about how to get a code, if you signed up, they said you're probably going to get one. Or if you didn't sign up for a code, you're going to be able to get one if you were a loyal user. What that means is if you had X amount of hours played in MUT or franchise, they automatically give you a code via email. Or from there, if you still don't have a code, you have a chance to get it through social medias, okay, which is very rare, but still. And guys, even if you don't get a code, it's okay. Odds are, a friend from school has it, or at that point, just give up. If you really can't get a code and you're really trying, I promise you, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It sucks, but it's okay. Moving on. Run defense. It got nerfed, okay? Or it got buffed, obviously. The run game got nerfed, okay? So the run defense pretty much says, to sum it up, the people that make the run defense happen, like the linebackers have to get to the edge to stop outside runs. Inside runs, get that gap. They have better anticipation. They're gonna boom. They're gonna break to the outside faster. And a really important one is new improved blocking interactions with defenders. That means that the D line can push the O line into the running back. That's pretty good. Okay, smarter angles. Even when somebody, okay, edge and force defenders will have a wider gap integrity. Okay, so just overall, a lot of the A gap, B gap, a lot of gap work, and also setting the edge, and also like getting boom, blowing up those O linemen. It's gonna be a lot better this year. Is that really gonna be the thing? We'll see. But right now, again, on paper, it looks pretty good for the run defense. Because, dude, what more can you do? You got to fix how the defenders react. That's what they did. Tackling improvements pretty much just says, they're going to literally, do better with dive tackles and hit sticks. If you dive, you're going to kind of have a diving tackle animation. Not where you dive and, just shoestring tackle them. So it's more realistic and more functional and more accessible, like they said, to be a more intuitive defense experience, okay? And also, you kind of know, when the defenders are engaged with blocks. And, if I'm engaged in a block and there's a ball carrier coming past me, they're going to trigger to attempt a tackle attempt right next to them. So if somebody is going to be blocked, okay, they're not going to be oh, I'm gone, bye. If somebody's being blocked and the running back's coming past them, they're going to try to get him. They're not going to oh, I'm engaged, I'm done for the play. They're going to make an attempt to reach out and grab you while they're being blocked, okay? So that's pretty much defense tackling improvements. Location-based tackling is kind of built from that. Tackling is going to be better during the pylon, the goal line, first down markers, sidelines to keep you in bounds. So what makes this rating matter more is on defense, you want to have really high tackle. So probably 99, 98 tackle matters now. Because if I have 99 tackle and 99 awareness on defense, I'm going to probably win the goal line tackles every single time. Likewise, on offense, you want BCV, ball carrier vision, which actually matches here then, and then also awareness. So awareness actually matters. You want to have high awareness this year because it just matters in what animate. It literally is luck. What, like this you cannot control. It's not a button you press. It's all based on animations. So you want to have good players, good overall on MUT or whatever to have the goal line, whether it's be offensive where you stretch for a first down or you tackle like to stop him from getting that first down. It's pretty much all it is, folks. Drop zone coach adjustments. If you don't know what this means, it pretty much says under your under like your coach settings on like the play call menu, you can say, hey, when I call a hook zone, which is like the yellow zone, if I call the light blue flat zone, or if I call a cloud zone, which is, I don't know if it's called cloud actually, but the purple zone in cover 4, like the corner one, like not the deep blue, but like pretty much anything but a deep blue. Deep blue is deep blue. You're going to be a deep zone and drop back and like nothing behind you unless you press. But it's going to be the purple, the light blue flats, and also like some middle routes, middle zones. You can choose where that zone is. So instead of always like moving, like instead of always doing pre-snap stuff or like, okay, move my defenders where I want them, like bring that safety in, do this, bring that, back that corner up. You can tell what you like 5 yards, 10 yards. I want all my people in the flat to somehow play 20 yards downfield maybe. I don't know what you want to do with it, but it's trial and error. We don't know anything about this yet. The only thing I know is that this might help out with MUT squads, and all my MUT squads friends, it's going to be in my MUT squads league this year, me, Cody, Julian, other people in my subs can still join my MUT squads Monday edition. But literally what's going to happen though is that like this is more for probably squads. Because if you have squads and you can literally build a defense in lab with them, practice it, and okay, if we do this against this and have 15 yards, 20 yards, but if you play a normal game online, like, do you really know what your opponent's going to do? No. But squads, you can like kind of know, like, okay, so, because like, you know what I'm saying? Like squads, like you build a team and you build a defense scheme and you work together as a team to get that's more better than doing like just like an individual game plan versus like a random opponent. So this is very intense stuff, and it's really like in depth about like how do we even know like this is really out there. Trial and error. It might be a feature that nobody uses, but it's still cool. But again, we know nothing yet. We don't even know if it's OP or not, so we don't have anything to say about it. QB improvements pretty much says that like when you're throwing and you're about to get sacked, you could fumble or you could actually make that throw. Now, accurate or inaccurate, that's to be said. You might want to take the sack at that point because you could throw a pick that's that inaccurate and it's thrown over the guy's head and it's picked off. But it pretty much says, you got to have good strength rating. And also it depends when you throw it, when you get hit. Just physics. That's really all it is, guys. More realistic. Good job. That makes sense. But don't fumble too much because if the quarterback's smart, they're going to tuck it. Okay? And I actually think it should not be strength. It should be awareness for the rating. Okay? Deep passes under pressure. This makes the throw under pressure rating matter the most. When you get pressure, and this only works for 40 yards and above routes, so like a small pass or something else, you're still going to get the full load up. But if it's a deep pass and you're about to be sacked, your quarterback will, boom, quickly throw it because in real life, they will know they're getting sacked and they will quickly get the ball out. They're not going to stop, load, fire. That's so unrealistic. That's fixed. It's good. It's realistic. Nice. QB branch outs. I honestly have no idea what that means. More about that later. Accuracy, power tuning, again, under pressure, crossbody throws. If it's like a wacky throw and like, oh, how the heck did he make that throw? That's not going to happen anymore. According to them, they fixed it. More throws will be inaccurate that should be inaccurate. Max distance pretty much says like, hey, under throw power, like different like max throw powers for different quarterbacks. Party for handoff animations parity. No more of this left hand, right hand. I hand it off fast from the left side, right side. All handoffs are the same speed no matter what. Thank God. Pass interference and illegal contact are back. So literally watch out. There are going to be more penalties online this year, including a new thing called illegal contact. Illegal contact's not really a new thing in football. It's a new thing in Madden next year. So be careful what you're doing as a user defender. Don't mess up a CPU route. Don't mess up this, you could get interfered with on Hail Marys. That's why I said do Hail Mary. Because you have a chance for pass interference now. So might as well, and then ball puts the 1 yard line. You know what I'm saying? So penalties are a thing. Watch out next year for penalties. Contain blitzing is pretty much saying, like, dude, like, you can't just put everyone, like these two, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people doing these, like, contain blitzes, and, like, they do all-out blitz and contain. They're so OP, and then, like, what are you supposed to do? It's an all-out blitz. Am I supposed to run? You can't run. You're on contain. So, like, what do you do? So, at that point, again, there's nothing you can do. So, that's why they fixed it where, hey, if you do quarterback contain, no, that's going to be a slower speed getting to them. They're not going to be doing as OP pass rush moves, but they are going to be more conservative in stopping that contain. So when they are on contain, okay, it says right here, they will not break into full speed rush until the quarterback starts to scramble. So once the quarterback starts to scramble, then they become full speed rush. I'm going to get you by. But don't expect contained people to be that OP in the pass rush this year. That's really all it means. This change will bring balance by giving the defense ability to quickly react to a scrambling quarterback, but little pass rush, which makes sense. If you're in contain, you're more watching the quarterback. At that point, just do a quarterback spy and then blitz everyone. Like, contain should be dead next year. You should have a quarterback spy no matter what, every play. Fuck contain. I said it. I don't care. It's my YouTube. F contain. Do quarterback spy. Juice Peppers. Catching responsiveness pretty much says when you catch the ball this year and like you throw the ball, you can have the D-pad, or it's either a D-pad or it's stick. It's this no D-pad. The stick. The stick says how you catch it. Do you catch it falling forward, falling to the left, falling to the right, or falling behind you? Which I don't think that's a thing. Maybe it is if it's like a back end zone catch. But you can kind of choose the direction you catch it and run afterwards, which is very effective. Because before a possession, you couldn't really choose. It was just possession, and it was an animation. But this year, you can choose how you catch it, what direction. Personnel package pretty much says, hey, if you're doing a personnel with the same amount of receivers and running backs and tight ends, you can literally change a whole formation, kind of. So I can go from gun empty flex to a single back formation if I had the same amount of running backs, tight ends. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that means that the audibles are not only going to be like, I don't know how to explain that. It's kind of self-explanatory. Like, when I'm in like, again, gun trade wide flex or whatever, gun empty flex. If I had the same requirements for a different formation, I can call that formation. It's going to take about 10 seconds for the setup, but you can do that if you have time and change the whole formation based on that. What's the catch? And like, how can this affect the game? You can come out in gun empty flex and be like a passing one, right? I'm going to pass. And then how this is OP is, and like where it's going to be like at fault is, the defense can't change their formation really. The defense is almost stuck. So the offense can see that they were in nickel. They can literally change to single back, hurry up, snap it, run the ball, and then against big nickel, you're good. Because there's too many corners there, and you have the advantage because they're all skinny. Like the defense was playing the pass because you came in gun empty flex, but the defense can't do what the offense can. So now the offense has the advantage here. You know what I'm saying? This right here pretty much says when you keep doing play flips, okay, balance for repeated audibles play flips. When you keep doing play flips, or when you do audibles, which is bullshit because Tom Brady always does a lot of audibles. A good Madden player does a lot of audibles. If you're doing it to cheese, then yeah, it's stupid. But if you're doing it because you're being smart and the defense this is stupid because the defense can keep. See, like, I understand where they're coming from, but like with the formation change and this change, why are we having it where it's like, dude, the offense can do all these things, or the offense they get penalized for all these adjustments and all these play flips and all these audibles, but the defense can keep doing audibles, cover 2, cover 4, cover 3, blitz, cover 2, cover 3, blitz. So if we change from if we do all this stuff, we have more of a chance for like false starts, which is stupid because like I just don't like that. I mean, give me your thoughts. Player fatigue pretty much says a running back, anyone but a running back should not be running constantly. Tyreek Hill doing running, Lamar Jackson running all the time as an escape artist, he's going to get tired quicker, okay? But keep in mind one thing that literally, I think this is right here. So scrambling quarterbacks are going to fumble. It says right there. But keep in mind, guys, I'm trying to see where it says how the energy regenerates. It doesn't say how it regenerates, but it did say that if you don't use him for a little bit, the stamina goes back. So the meta for this is going to be, hey, keep running with Lamar Jackson, do that escape artist cheese, then pass. Or run with your real running back until Lamar is back. And then once Lamar is back with energy, then go with Lamar. If that makes sense. How you beat this with the stamina is you run Lamar, yeah, it's cheese, then he's tired. Once he's tired, then pass. Because his passing is not like low, it's his stamina. Then once the stamina is back, then run. Kicking game pretty much says, hey, like the kick meter is going to be harder this year. So that's pretty cool, I guess. It makes it more competitive and more skill-based, I guess. So like kicking is not even a guarantee at all. Extra points aren't a guarantee at all, which makes sense because this year in the NFL, this past year, a lot of extra points were missed. So it should not be a gimme at all. And also, no more scum kicks, which is pretty cool. And also, no more of this mutt. He kicked a 65-yard field goal. Like, it's going to be more realistic, okay? So, watch out for wins. Watch out for the outside games. Dome games are good, but watch out for the wind and also outside things that affect the kicking distances. The key is, though, no more scum kicks. The bottom line right there. Physics makes the kicks, no more scum kicks, really. Scum kicks aren't removed. There will be a new scum kick for next year. I'm sure somebody's going to lab it. But as of right now, okay, that's what's going on. Ability improvements pretty much says, like, universal coverage is now an X factor. So they focused this gridiron notes about wide receivers and also coverages. So they're going to do more of a deeper dive about abilities later. I'm not going to dive in abilities really. But I will say that, honestly, they did say that they are going to nerf some, but they didn't really go a deep dive into abilities yet. I promise you, they're going to have a whole article on abilities. So I'm not going to waste my time about that. Like, it's just not worth your time. On a parting note, with abilities, the biggest thing is for receivers, they have an area of the field where it works. It's not just slants or just post flag or just out routes. It's like short, middle, deep, left side of the field, right side of the field, middle of the field, medium route, 15, 20 yards. So there's an area of the field where it works. That's not a good idea because if George Kittle only has deep routes, I'm going to make him go deep for the ability almost every time. And then the guy's going to know that and cover him deep every time. So it's like that kind of gives away where you'll pass the ball. That's why it's stupid. You're better off having a corner route or a slant because then your opponent does not know when you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying by that? I don't know. That's really all my thoughts are for this. So take care, guys. Give me your thoughts. Podcast coming tonight. Peace.